And he's still going. And it doesn't have damage.
Alright, the YouTube side has been fixed. I'm hoping that it's all working at the moment. On the YouTube side, if the sound is too low or there's something wrong, please feel free to say. We will try to fix it right away. The current fastest is Ferrari Mohammed with 119. Andy Meister having an outlap. Apparently McLaren being too slow, causing yellow flags to come out into Sector 2.
Okay, we're gonna move from Baloo, which is at 121.618, which is not that bad. That has put him in the 7th position.
And the Ferrari, Andy Meister, is currently going his lap. We'll see if he can beat Mohammed in the Ferrari. The hope for the best time is there for everyone. Oh, and Chris actually beat Mohammed with a 119, 192. Best time currently on Australia.
And that wasn't an invalidation, which is surprising.
And Baloo spun out.
Yeah. Did he?
Yeah, Baloo spun out on the third one. Yeah, he is. Possibly having a problem with the setup. Could be. Honestly, it could be anything at this point. But he has 129.618, which is slightly better than what Don Bravado's has in his Mercedes.
And Andy spun.
Twice.
And he's spinning.
And he bumped a wall with his rear wing, having problems to get on the track normally. But he's on and he's going. Presumably will not finish the lap and will just go straight into pits. Chris possibly got out of the track, stopped in the middle of it, or could have just let Alex go forward, or Noxer. And it was Alex.
It is really weird for me to watch them race, because I was racing with them now and then, and now to commentate and look at them, how they're racing, it's a strange feeling to hear the names and not be there with them.
That is completely correct, Sammy. That is completely correct. Oh, the Mercedes spun! Don Bravado spun out on the Sector 1. Got a beautiful view of it.
He might have held up. Was it Noxer?
It was...
I presume was on his flying lap.
It was... Actually, possibly it was Alex that he held up. Or Noxer. Or both. Because they're right behind each other.
Hello, Andre.
We currently have a Mohammed going into the finish.
And he has a worse time than what he had before by 21 seconds, so something had to happen there that we missed. Oh yeah, we had a wet race yesterday, but Division 1 had a dry race too. I don't know how it was in Noah's division. Oh, it wasn't. Sorry. That got cancelled. But Div 1 had a clean race, sunny. How beautiful. Alright, so.
Only we had to have a horrible race.
Don Bravados is currently on his flying lap. Let's just stick with him for a while. Let's stick with him for his lap.
Don Bravados and
Both
Ambu
are doing comms, but for some reason you can't hear Ray's. Because, I don't know, it's just weird. But on YouTube, I can be heard and he can be heard too. It's just some kind of a problem on my side that I can't figure out. Because not even recordings can I hear him. I have everything allowed. The party chat audio is allowed.
We have five people on the YouTube stream. Welcome. I welcome all of you. Division 3, excuse me.
Oh, I did that.
Australia. Season 6.
I mean, I can check it out now. Okay, later. He went off the track.
Noxus had a better time than Finnery, going up by 1 place.
And Don Bravados had worse time.
Millisecond.
Yeah, 60 milliseconds. And Chris is still holding his first position with the fastest lap. And Andy is currently on his, second out lap. So we'll see how will that go. I'm going to check the settings at the moment, I'm sorry.
And Andy will set his first time soon. He's going out of the lap, currently going a full-on lap, while Jure Nikasevich, if I read that right, if not, I apologize, is currently going his lap without a time. If he is not going to set time in this qualifying, he's going to have a problem. And the Haas Noxer crashed it into a wall, completely tearing his front wing off.
Well, he's lucky he's still in the session, and I have everything allowed, so I don't know what's going on there, but that's a problem I had from the beginning, so I don't know, maybe I have to. And Mohamed Gunnar just retired.
Jure Nikasevich is going to do his time right now, going up to 6th place, knocking Noxer to 7th and Balu to 8th. Finnery going down to 9. Andy Meister is going to be finishing his lap time soon. Slowly finishing the sector 3. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
And this is the first lap he actually could finish. So let's see his time, and it will put him
on 10th place.
Into 10th position.
He knocked Don Bravados to 11th place with 121.801.
Not bad. Rebalo in the pit. And the last ones that are putting their times, or not even that, trying to finish the qualifying session.
Lordust official is going to set a new time soon. If it's going to be better or worse, we will see in a few, and he spun.
Where's with this spin? Oh, that was unfortunate.
But Jura is coming back, still racing, trying to put a better time, and he went into the pit. So Lord Dust did not put a better time, as far as I'm concerned. Jura went into pits, and the qualifying is over, with Chris Warp, Mohammed, and Ambu Mason being the top 3 of today's qualifying.
So that's the qualifying session for us. We're just waiting for Jura to go back into the pit, and we'll end, and we can move on into the race. And Mohammed possibly just retired for not setting better time purposes. Let's remind ourselves of the top 10. Chris Warp, Williams Racing, Mohammed Kulner, Amber Mason, Alex Old, Lord Dust Official, what the fuck? Jur, Knoxer, Balu, Finner, and Andy Meister.
Look at Chris's on.
These are our top 10.
They are.
Look into the incidents. Invalidated warning. We had warnings. Yeah, I can feel with you, Andy. Speeding in the pit lane. Corner cutting out, that happens. Whatever. Should we do the famous line? Don't say it. You know which one I mean.
If you wanna. But you will be the one doing it.
I don't have a problem with that, no.
I don't want us both to do it, so it's a delay. So you can do it.
Oh, this will be horrible.
Or I can do it if you want to.
No, I will do it. It's no problem with fun.
Okay, good.
So now we're going to have a formation lap, which is a boring lap.
No.
And it seems like dry conditions so far. Maybe it will be raining later. We'll see about that. We can see clouds, or it's just a point of view we are having.
Well, Tommy, the formation lap is never boring, but only at the end.
Oh, it's always boring.
It's always boring in the middle. At the end, you're trying to see people trying to get into their respective positions, and half of them going over are not even in their position. So that's pretty funny.
All right, we'll have a look at Division 3 racers having fun putting themselves back into their positions.
The formation lap has started. Everyone warming up their tires.
The Ferrari, the Williams, Mercedes. We can see no Red Bull, which is interesting.
Our own team is not on the grid today.
Oh, yours, I left.
Yeah, mine. You're a betrayer.
But I can see mine. There is Mercedes 1-2. Well, 311, but you get it.
You betrayed your own family.
Shut up.
I will never forgive Andre for putting you up to Division 1.
All right. So, it looks like that Chris will go a 3-stop strategy, possibly, or he'll try to force it into a 2-stop.
And there's a little bit of a gap going on at the back between Jura and Knoxer.
But that's fine. I mean, it's just a formation lap.
Knoxer trying to warm up his tires, causing a huge gap to be made in between. And Chris pushing on to his throttle, making a gap from the first to second place. But nothing special.
It seems like Mohammed Kunler is going to have the same strategy, a 2-stop. Not a 3-stop, but a 2-stop. My bad. As he has. So, entire compound. We have a medium, so he will try to go one-stop strategy. Alex alt 2-stop. One stop, one stop, one stop. So we have, what, 3 drivers trying to do one.
The McLaren spun out. Lord Dust official spun out, possibly getting himself disqualified. Opening up on the road, blocking everyone off, having for them to stop their cars, possibly not warming the tires up completely or overwarming them, but that is completely fine if they could drive on it. Honorable Mason has been disqualified. As I said, the end is the most interesting one.
Alright, we're going to look at Lord Dust official.
He's
going to do.
And he went off.
And yeah.
So did Andy Meister. And the Don Bravados doing a beautiful stop.
He did it. Yeah, alright.
Prepare. What happened?
I have no clue. And his lights out and away we go.
On the Ferrari.
Oh, the Ferrari, what did he do?
5 seconds penalty, severe collision with Balu.
So we have a drama.
Andy Meister and Balu.
On the track, I didn't see who exactly.
Me neither, Tommy. I was looking down at Balu.
That Mohamed Gunnar has already some problems of catching up to Chris.
Chris is going beautifully, though. No wonder about that. And we have a Balu going off.
Spun out.
His front wing destroyed.
Not having a good session today at all.
Possibly didn't train enough, put his setup on, and is now going completely fresh.
And that would mean that Andy Meister has some kind of a chance to have some points even with the 5-second penalty, since Balu has to come into the pits and change his wings.
Lord Dust going a little wide, letting Jura to go above him.
A battle between Finri and the Bravados. And they're still battling it out. Oh, there was a tight move from the Bravados, but it put him in the front. We'll see if that will be reported or not. And the Lord Dust official just spun out at the end, at the last turn.
The McLaren again. That's twice. And once before even the race started.
Yeah.
He is not having a good time either.
Definitely having a hard time driving this disgusting track. I hate it.
Don't worry, me too.
There we have
Sector 1, Lord Dust official.
Lord Dust official once more.
Currently not moving. And he's going off. He's doing very well. He can't get back on track. Currently blocking the entire track with it.
And Balu is momentarily in the pits, changing his wing, which is only understandable, of course. Alright, we can see that Dombravados is trying to catch up to Noxer. We'll see how will that go. And he is catching up rapidly. And so is Finri behind them. Finri, I really don't know how to read that name. I'm sorry.
The AlphaTauri driver.
Yeah.
Oh! Andy Meister spun out into the grass. Didn't hit anything, and he spun out again.
DRS has been enabled, and he's spinning like crazy today. So as many other drivers, and Finner is making a move on Dombravados, and it was a successful attack.
Oh!
So far.
We have a crash, I think. Something broke off from Mohamed Garner. He has his front wing completely gone. We can say it's Garner.
Well, either he spun out or Amber Mason kind of crashed into him.
5 second penalty.
In the pit lane.
Second. We have a 5-second penalty. And Andy Meister spun out again. He's not having a good time either. Lord Dust, Balu, and Andy Meister are having a horrible time.
I would love to have a conversation with them at this moment, to hear them their thoughts.
I think it's going to be a lot of swearing and cussing. Trust me.
Yeah. And we can see that the first and the second, there is a huge gap between them.
3.7
may or may not be closed by Alex, my former teammate in Division 2. And Mohamed Gunnar went into the pits, only understandable, of course. What do you think, guys? Are we going to have any three-way battles in this race, in the middle?
Well, I don't know, but I can tell you that Don Bravado's, Noxer, and Finuri are currently fighting over the 5th place. Don Bravado's trying to get himself into 5th, and Finuri trying to get himself into 6th. And we have a crash or a spin. We have a spin from Andy Meister on Sector 3.
They're definitely not having a good time. And Mohamed Gunnar spun out and destroyed his wing once more.
He's going to have a lot of problems trying to catch up.
That's really unfortunate.
That truly is. But we can see the Mercedes driver, Don Bravado, slowly but surely catching up to Noxer. And not anymore, since he's gaining more and more time every time Noxer gets on straights.
That means Noxer has to be using his ERS like crazy, and he is. He's only on 30% of battery charge, so that will be really dangerous for him on the straights.
It's going to be extremely dangerous considering it's only the 5th lap and he's on 30%. That's a problem.
No ERS management there, neither from Finery, which is on 6%, and he's using it like crazy. Unlike Don Bravado's, which is on 52%, he's holding really good. And I thought I saw raindrops. Or it could be just me, of course, but I thought I saw some raindrops.
You know, we have some damage with Finuri going off.
And it's really unfortunate. I think he was pushed off by Mohamed Gunnar.
It's possible, and his right side of the wing is...
Andy.
I think Don pushed him off. Mohamed Gunnar, 5-second penalty.
5-second penalty, and as Don Bravados is attacking, he went off track a little with his tire.
Balu gaining a place above Mohamed Gunnar. Unfortunate for him, since he had a big start for him. But couldn't stand up on it. Lord Dust official going above Mohamed Gunnar as well.
And Noxer is attacking back, but it was a failure. Failed attack. And as we can see, Noxer is already blinking with the red light. That means he's low on ERS, lower than 10%. For anyone that didn't know, now he knows. And so on spun out.
We have a Lord Dust
official.
Possibly didn't spin out. He just maybe got a little slide, causing himself to slow down.
Possible.
Looks no damage.
Noxer attacking Don Bravados once more. But he's really, really low on the ERS. I don't think he can make it. I think Don Bravados is using his ERS defensively. And Noxer just went off track, which caused him to lose a little more time on Don Bravados, which he gained really quickly.
In the back, we can see Fineri fighting with the Ferrari that has possibly been blue flagged, because I have no clue what is it doing there, since Fineri is above Balu, and both of the Ferraris are at the bottom places. Must have been
not in Ferrari at the first place.
No. Fineri is above Balu, but Fineri is fighting with Ferrari. No, I know. He's fighting with Ferrari though. At Sector 3. Went above Andy, I think.
And we have possible attack on...
Oh, and Lord Bus spun! Crashed into the wall.
secure the safety car. Will it be a safety car?
He's going in, currently causing Chris Warp to do a little bit of a swerve.
He's in the way of Ambu Mason.
And Lord Dust Official is getting 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Excuse me.
Well, Mr. Lord Dust Official is still in the way of Ambu Mason, which I personally don't understand. But hey, what can you do? And oh, this is not nice from Lord Dust Official, really blocking Ambu.
He's blocking. Oh, and we have a contact.
The Alpha Tower
causing the Alpha Tower to go off
and crash into a wall. That will be a penalty from the division. That was not nice at all, and ruined his race.
Lord Dust Official.
He had a really nice race till now.
Lord Dust Official.
Big shame.
Going into pit, driving carelessly and dangerously at the moment.
And Ambu Mason overtook Alex Old and Chris because they went into pit.
Lord Dust Official is currently waiting out his 7 seconds penalties, and now he's having his pit stop, causing everyone to overtake him, even Andy.
I mean, Drew had really unfortunate accident, which was not supposed to happen, but it happened.
That is true. And we have a Lord Dust Official with the penalties, with 3 seconds, and Muhammad Gunnar having 5-second penalties at the moment.
But we can't really say what happened there. I mean, he could be under a lot of stress and he didn't know what to do, but it's still his fault. If it was intentional or not, we cannot know.
We cannot know that, and I'm sure he's trying his best. We can see Fineri going pretty fast, trying to catch up to Alex. The Ferrari behind Fineri is still going, blue flagged completely, catching up to Fineri, trying to overtake him.
Overtaking him.
And he overtook him. Beautiful. Trying to catch up to the places.
That's stupid.
Depends. If he wants to catch up to the grid, he has to do that. And if an area is going too slow, there is no other option for the Ferrari driver than just to overtake. He's not going to slow down the grid fully.
So you need tires. Alright. Okay, not this detail. Tires. We can see that Amber Mason is on 8 laps old medium, so as mutual other drivers in the moment. Jure and Alex Old went into hards. That means they went the one-stop strategy. Value on soft compound as well, and the Meister and Lord Dust official. We got 5-second penalty on Muhammad Gunnar and 3-second penalty on Lord Dust official.
The Ferrari is trying to move on.
Hasn't been in a stop yet.
Oh, and that's Andy Meister. Andy Meister trying to overtake Alex, not happening. Alex not letting him go. And he's spitting out, crashing out, causing a DNF. His front right tire came off, possibly causing, and it's a safety car. The drivers at the back of the grid can have the possibility to go above and beyond.
Well, Andy Meister didn't have a good race.
He definitely did not.
Jure and Alex, or were they starting on soft? I think Alex especially wasn't starting on soft compound. I think it was Chris, Noxer, and Fineri. I'm not sure.
I think it was Chris.
3 drivers went on a 2-stop strategy, and one of them is Chris and Noxer, but I don't know about the third one.
I do not remember the third one either.
Well, we can look at the
Race director. Or?
The stops.
The stops, that is true.
Okay, the 2 stops was because of a wing change. One stop. Well, everyone had a 1 stop because there is a safety car going on.
Which was the right move to do. And Lord Dust, with a 51-second gap to Mohammed Gunnar, can catch it up.
Oh, and Anvil Mason just tapped his swing, I think. I'm not sure about that.
We will see it right now if he did. And they are not changing his wing, so even if he did, he is going to have a problem during the race if the wing is not changed. Lord Dust official still with a 51-second gap, trying to catch up as fast as possible.
And we have Chris on his 3 3-lap old mediums.
Currently behind the safety
the
car.
First one. And the Mason just went for a pit stop to change his tires. We have some fans of Chris in the chat. Come on, Chris. Someone is tuning up for you. Don't let them down. Gotta put more pressure into those guys. Try to keep the second interval so there won't be any unnecessary crashes that we don't truly need now, do we?
Mohammed, 41-second gap from Fineri. Trying to catch up as fast as possible.
And we can see Balu trying to catch up the rest of the grid as much as Mohammed Gulner. Well, we'll see how will the safety car reset go, but the front line is really together, which is not safe at all. I'm reminding you guys once again, keep a second interval. Don't let the dogs out. My neighbor, because he's an asshole. Dog is barking every single day of my life.
The ones that are on the streams and can listen to us, please try to make a 1-second gap between each other, mainly the McLaren, Lord Dust. If you haven't...
Mason.
And I think Lord Dust tapped his front wing.
Well, it's his stupidity.
Oh, I see what's
doing.
Either
I don't think he's allowed to overtake.
I don't think so either. But he is still doing it, and he's not getting any penalties for it. It's either the game glitching out or
him. In the rules it is said that you're not supposed to overtake even if it says you are allowed.
Well, of course.
That could be a penalty.
Well, it's going to be a penalty in the division, not in the game. And he's spinning! And he's spinning into the wall! Lord Dust, come on!
And this was really, really dangerous. Even though there is ghosting, which is there not because of the league, but because of the game itself. I don't understand why is it forced, but it's forced.
And Lord Dust, I know you can hear me. I know you are on YouTube, because you did right. Try to go a little slower. You're doing good. Just no need to push the throttle that much, buddy.
I'm going to drink, so you don't need to listen to my corpse, yeah?
Binner is slowly catching up, and so is Balu. But Lord Dust Official is currently having giant problems because he didn't catch up to the safety car as he was supposed to, spinning out during the safety car as well. And And he now has 1 minute 12.
Fucking no.
No swearing, Tommy.
I broke something.
No need to destroy everything.
I broke my icons.
Just because I said there is no swearing doesn't mean you have to break everything around you, okay? Just relax.
Bloody. I'm dying. I lost my second black part of icons.
Well, rest in peace, Icos.
No, I'm gonna look for it.
I can imagine all the people on the YouTube right now listening to me and you shaking their head.
Bro, I found it.
Oh, wow.
Come here. Ah. It was under my shelf. Bitch.
Feel free to tell...
Sound good. It wasn't good.
Feel free to tell the ones on Twitch if they want to hear both of us to go on YouTube.
Yes, so... sorry for it. If you want to hear Ray's and me at the same time, I really recommend you to go on YouTube and check it out there. I have a little problem. I don't know what's causing it. I have everything enabled, so... Imagine Crafty smashing something on there. Yeah. Icos is getting... Well, I want to smoke in my room. I can't smoke a normal cigarette in my room now, can I?
Lord is going crazy this race.
I use Icos, I use chewing tobacco.
Oh, and Lord just tapped Jure Nikosevich. 5-second penalty for the severe collision with him. He's going crazy at the moment.
Lordust is doing, but he should really chill out.
Lordust is either having a bad race.
Frustrated or something.
Continue.
And we have a safety car reset.
And Jure Nikosevich causing Lordust to hit the wall, pushing him into it. Lordust trying to push as much as possible. You're being blue flagged. Do not push.
And we can see Chris taking the opportunity as Muhammad...
Oh, Lordust official jumping into Jure Nikosevich, causing him to go off track. Destroying his race. Lordust. Calm down, man. You destroyed Jura.
As I was saying, Chris is trying to take the advantage of being the first one in the safety car period, and he bolted off from Embu Mason.
Lordust, 5-second penalty, ignoring blue flag. Don't look too nice for you.
Deserved. I'm not I don't use ICOS. Well, you don't have to.
He's trying to get over the Mercedes, causing the Mercedes to go wide, threatening both of them.
Lordust, really calm your ass down. Like, what are you doing?
Lordust,
to destroy people's race.
Lordust, this is dirty driving. This is extremely dangerous what you're doing right now. If you're still on the stream, calm down. You're being blue flagged. You're endangering everyone, and you already destroyed one of the driver's race. Please, calm down. Lordust official, another 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flag.
Penalty?
So he's going wide. He's dirty driving. And he's spinning, causing himself to lose the grip. Losing front wing. Now standing, not moving. Now re-entering the track.
I mean, yes, it's better than normal cigarettes. It's healthier. I don't want to say that it's healthier, but it's not as lethal as normal cigarettes because there is a little bit less of the chemicals in the smog that you're putting into your throat and lungs. And you know my answer. Yeah. I do know your answer, don't worry. Anyway, as we can see, Alex Old is trying to catch up to Andrew Mason, which is working so far.
Muhammad trying to catch up to Don Bravados. Slowly but surely doing it. But with his... How much? With his 3-second penalty, he's already below, and Muhammad Garner gone above Don Bravados, but a 3-second penalty. Don Bravados knocks her
enabled this lap
above him,
which is unfortunate for Alex Old, that wasn't in the 1 second gap, so he didn't get DRS from Amber Mason. But I can see Don Bravados is getting close to the Mohamed Gulner, because he has fresher tires. Even though they're hard, fresher tires are always an advantage. Noxer, with his soft tire compound, is trying to catch up to all of them.
Although Noxer is trying to catch up,
Lourdes official just retired officially from the race, thankfully. Anyway.
Well, for what he was doing, unfortunately, I do have to say this too. It is, thankfully. Endangering everyone on the track. Noxer.
And we can see that Don Bravados is truly catching up to Mohamed Gunner. And Alex Old is getting distance from Amber Mason.
Mohamed Gunner having 3-second penalties still. That won't change anytime soon. But, looking at tire compounds, Chris Warp is on mediums 9 laps in, while Ambu Mason and Alex are on hards, which means that their tires are going to stay on for a lot longer, and Chris Warp might be having problems losing time towards the end. And Ballo is getting a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
That is unfortunate. We can see that the only ones at the moment that have penalties are Mohamed Gulner, which has a 3-second penalty, and Baloo with the 5-second penalty he just received. The position changes are Amber Mason gained 1, Alex Holt gained 1, Mohamed Gunner lost 2, Don Bravados got 6 positions, which is pretty impressive. What happened?
Sebastian fucking wrote into the comments, pekne kveti, koľko stáli? Euro 30.
And we can see Noxer getting dangerously close to Don Bravados. I don't think he'll be able to do anything in the first and second corner, but maybe on the straight he will have a chance to overtake. Let's look into his TV pod, how he is doing.
Not very nice of you, Sebastian.
Excuse me, I didn't want to press down.
Noxer using his ERS. Don Bravado using ERS too. Both at 70%. Well, this is not going to be very long.
This is a really hard chicane that they went through at the moment. You possibly can't get it right every single time. You just need to be a little bit off and you won't get it the perfect way that you need to gain the time on the other race, as Don Bravados started to brake a little late, which almost caused Noxer to crash into him.
Jura is slowly gaining on Noxer. Sector 3, Balu spinning out.
Jura, oi, we have a touch. Noxter crashed into the rear left tire of Jure Nikacevic. I hope I read that right.
At this moment, I'm just gonna be calling him Jura. Only.
Yeah, I think so. And we can see that the middle part is getting closer and closer to each other, except Noxter that possibly truly has damaged the wing.
I will have to
I
command
don't really have a way to look at that,
Muhammad.
but possibly.
Muhammad is going beautifully this race, going to a last place, slowly but surely, clawing his way through all the way to fourth, now fighting over third. Good job.
Well, in the last 8 laps, he will have to gain a 3-second time advantage.
Muhammad above Alex Salt now.
And Alex Salt was forced out of the track. So we'll see how that result out after the race.
Noxer is going into
But
pits.
we'll definitely have a lot of work for the judges. Because there has been so many incidents.
Mainly with Lord
Not
Dust.
even countable. And Lord Dust made like 90% of them.
Well, Lord is
Let's be
going to
honest.
have a personal interview with you, I presume.
He is. And mainly with Andre.
Well, Andre is going to be a cleaner at the moment. I would be surprised if he's not going to have a lot of penalty points, or warnings at least. And I'm also hoping the things that he did right now are not going to discourage him to leave DPR, because that would truly be horrible.
And of course, viewers that are momentarily watching the stream and they're playing F122 and then they don't have a league but they would like to join one, you're free to join DPR. And when you join it, we'll discuss everything afterwards. We're looking for drivers, so if you're interested, please go ahead. Please don't be discouraged by this race. This is like one-of-the-kind races with Lord Dust as a driver, or the main killer, if I'm supposed to nickname him like that. And we can see that Mohamed Gunnar actually got a 3-second advantage over Alex Alt. I don't know what happened to Alex, but it looks like that if nothing happens to Mohamed Gunnar, he will be able to keep his third place and the podium finish.
Which would be phenomenal.
And we can see that Chris is in a race. of
Balu!
own.
Balu spinning, and Noxer 2. Noxer without a front wing at all. Balu, I think, keeping his front wing.
And Finnery is attacking Dom Provados. He has a good chance. We'll see how that go. We'll change it into the TV pod. Let's look at it on the straight. It will be ERS on, of course. Try to catch up as fast as possible from the left. I don't
And then
think
they're
that was
going
the
through.
best move if you wanted to attack. Dombravados bolted away. And this will be an interesting corner. Dombravados not leaving any space on the left, which caused...
Oh!
And Finnery just spun out. Really unfortunate. But those things happen.
Alex gaining a place.
Did he went to pit?
Who?
Alex.
No, I think Noxer did. Now twice.
No, Alex went to pit. He has fresh soft compound.
Then he went. Yeah, I can see that. 0 laps.
Oopsie. didn't even notice that he went into the pit.
I think I was saying that I
There's
don't remember.
something really interesting going on in the race right now. The gap is too big, especially from first and second place, 11-second gap.
Chris Warp will
This is
definitely be getting the number 1 position.
And he's really in a league of his own this race.
Someone just got a 3-second penalty. Didn't see it.
I think it was Balu.
Balu.
Multiple warnings.
Let me see that.
We can check it. Oh, we can't.
Balu. Oh wow. Yeah. Balu has 8 seconds penalties.
Does he?
8-second penalty. While Mohammed standing at 3-second penalty.
Didn't he get the penalty for speeding in the pit lane, then for multiple warnings?
Only got multiple warnings for a lot. Mohammed having a little slide over there, drifting into the turn. Slowly gaining on Balu, which will be getting blue flagged, of course.
Well, we can see Nico Belli in the 4th place.
Nico Belli.
Shush.
This isn't GTA 4.
You
Oh!
can see that Noxer just spun out, which is really, really unfortunate. And Mohamed Gunnar is slowly closing the gap on Albu Mason. Definitely I would go for it, even with a 3-second time penalty. You'll never know what will happen until you finish the race. It's an F1 after all, anyone can spin out any time. Balu respecting the blue flag, which is really nice of him.
Balu, even having not the best race, I presume, he is a very respectful driver.
Well, better than Lord does Dotation now, isn't he?
Well, Noxer is getting a 3 time.
Just got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So we have 3 drivers at the moment with warnings, well, not warnings, but penalties. And Alex Old got really close to Dombravados. Or Dombravados. I'm sorry, I was pronouncing the name really badly the whole race. But it doesn't matter at the moment, as he is really, really sniffing on the exhaust.
The fumes.
He really wants it. And as he goes for a move,
he's not gonna get it.
Overtakes Dombravados,
oh, he is gonna.
in the space, and Dombravados almost crashing into Alex Old. And Alex Old retakes a 5th position.
Messenger.
Just because of the pit lane. Well, let's stick with Alex Old and Dombravados for a while. Let's see what happens. And a little reminder of our penalties. At the moment, Mohamed Gunnar 3-second time penalty, Balu 8-second time penalty, and Noxe a 3-second time penalty. And Alex Old just spun out, unfortunately, and he has been overtaken by Finery and Dombravados. Really, really unfortunate.
Balu crossing the 1 minute mark.
Ambu Mason is being on 15 old lap hards, 18 old laps old mediums has Chris, 17 old lap hards Mohamed Gunnar. There's our top 3. We'll see. Even though Amber Mason has fresher tires, Mohamed Gunnar seems to really catch up to him. Maybe Amber Mason is trying to keep it cool, not do any mistakes.
And it would also
Nothing.
appear that Chris's medium tires that are currently going 18 laps, they must already be shredded at this point, almost. He's doing real well. He's not
Indeed.
losing a lot of time, although it is visible.
Spun out.
Finnery.
Spun out.
And
You can see
he tipped.
got overtaken by Alex Holt. That is on a fresh compound of soft.
That is true.
4 laps old. And not that old, but in this game for soft it's like old, so I guess he's not on the fresh ones anymore.
Chris Warp, 19.
Gunnar a second gap behind Ambu Mason, but I don't think that Mohamed Gunnar has a chance of getting the 3-second time lead for him to keep the second place.
And honestly,
I
Tommy,
don't think they should discourage him.
if you look at Chris and you look at his tires, there is a visible difference in the color.
Yes, that is true.
He currently has a white line on the tips of both rear and front
And
tires.
so does Mohamed Gunnar. But they're really doing amazingly this race. Mainly Mohamed Gunnar refreshing himself, let's say.
And you can see Noxer is driving behind Jura, slowly catching up to him, even though
Almost lost it there. Be careful.
well, no wonder he lost it, Tommy. 18 laps with hards. Even though they are hards, he's still losing grip.
That is true. And he's really low on the RS, as he was trying to, as much as get the 3-second time lead, he was trying to catch up to Mohamed Gunnar. And also, while I'm looking at it, I could have changed the setting into a graphic mode, not performance, so you would have it more beautiful. But hey, what happens? Nothing.
Well, there isn't much of a change, really.
Maybe next time. Also, I think it was limited for 30 seconds. Chris Warp and Mohamed are on Div 2 pace. I agree with you. I think you should move them up. They should have a chance.
Well, 9 drivers currently racing a lot better than I did in Division 2.
Well, as we go to the last and final lap, it seems like the top 3 is sealed.
That is true.
That means that Chris Warp will be in his 4th and deserved first position. Amber Mason in the 2nd, and 3rd will be Mohamed Gunnar. We're still trying to catch up to Amber Mason. Of course, anything can go wrong, even in the last lap. And Alex Olt just overtook Dom Bravados, as they have a little rivalry on this track. Great race, Chris. You got that from Tisserinen. I'm sorry, but I can't read it. Like Tisserinen. I don't know.
He's a fan of T-Series.
Don't be mad at me.
Ban him.
Yeah, ban him. T-Series ban. So, Anyway.
And Chris Warp going into finish line. 21 laps on his medium tires. Going in and currently finishing first.
I'm sorry.
Mohamed Gunnar and Ambu Mason. Mohamed Gunnar with the 2-second penalty. Ambu Mason finishing second. Muhammad Guna finishing third.
Well, Chris just made his mom happy. Hello, Mom. I presume that's what he's saying at the moment.
Balu, 5-second time penalty. Unserved penalty. Not that it would matter much to him. While Jura finishes his race. Alex, slowly going into the turn. Now going full throttle. ERS enabled. Finishing 5th. While Don Bravados finishes 6th.
We'll see. We'll see. From Ambu Mason, good job, please don't worry, I have only points, so I'm good. Still sorry, ma'am.
Pozdrav, mamku.
Let's go, Chris. Good job to you.
Good job to you, Chris.
Racing just won this race with a beautiful celebration, a little of the ballet.
Chris, you are being unrealistic, but that's fine.
A really beautiful race from Chris, Mohammed, and who was it, Ambu Mason? Yeah.
It was Chris.
Ambu Mason. Chris, Ambu Mason, and Mohammed.
Yeah, Chris, Ambu Mason, Mohammed. Yep, and Jura Nikasevich being 4th, Alex 5th,
and
Dom Bravado
Chris
6th.
has the fastest lap, so that's double points for him. Like double, no, you get an additional point.
He gets a pat on the back.
Pat on the back and go.
Well, thank you everyone.
So congratulations to Chris. And thank you everyone that you being here with us today, well tonight. I don't know what you have. And enjoy
We'll see you on the other race.
the rest of the night. Goodbye.
Goodbye and good night.
Добре, това mám aj